Since Lucas invited me to his little party, let's see what he has in store for us. Getting to the party itself isn't easy though. Of course, I have to find 2 keycards first. Once again, I have to puzzle and fight my way through the Baker house and find yet another videotape during my search. This tape shows me Clancy, the guy from the first tape, as he's going through one of Lucas's little games. He doesn't do so well. Anyhow, with both keycards in hand now, I can open the way to Lucas's hideout, and here I'm greeted by a video message.
You'll make that serum? Ooh, baby. You're gonna have to come through me. You hear? Now come on, Ethan. What do you say? Fuck!
I myself have to partake in the same game as Clancy did, but thanks to my crispy friend, I know how to trick Lucas. The asshat escapes, but I manage to get my hand on the D-series hat. I even find Zoe and Mia, and everything seems great, as Zoe is able to create 2 doses of the serum. Things turn bad again, as Jack shows back up. Seriously, why won't you stay dead, dude? I fight Jackie Boy and have to use one of the serums to get rid of him for good. Now I have to make a difficult decision. Use the last dose on either Zoe or Mia. Well, Zoe tacked my hand back on, but Mia has the more convincing arguments.
It's fine. It was foolish thinking I could escape.
I'll send help.
Don't bother. There won't be anyone left to help!
You would think that's the end. Sorry, but you are wrong. We come across a wrecked tanker and are attacked by slimy goo. Since this game isn't that old yet, let me give you a spoiler warning here. Are we good? Great. I'm playing as Mia now and have to look for Ethan after he got taken away by the slimy things. I follow the stuff into the boat to save my husband, as Mia suddenly starts to have these weird flashbacks. They show Evelyn how she earned herself the title of Kid of the Year. I even get to meet Evelyn and have a little talk with her.
Are you remembering?
What? What are you?
God, I hate kids. Now it's time to arm up and look for Ethan. I find yet another videotape and things finally start to make sense here. Turns out that Mia was working for a yet unnamed company and she was put into place to act as a caretaker for Evelyn. They were on the tanker as Evelyn was moved to a research facility in Central America. But why? I learned that Evelyn is the prototype of the E-Series bioweapon program, a fungal-based weapon with the ability to brainwash humans and give them crazy regenerative powers. I even get to see how Mia was infected by Evelyn 3 years ago and how Evelyn took apart the tanker. I managed to locate Ethan on the boat's lower level and badass my way down there. While Mia is trying to save him, Ethan starts to have weird visions. Oh, Jack is back. But don't worry, he's actually nice this time around. He explains that he found Mia and Evelyn out in the swamp 3 years ago, and soon after that, Evelyn started to take over the Bakers.
Listen, the girl just wants a family of her own. You find her, and you stop her. Ethan, free my family. Please.
Mia saves Ethan, but is infected again. Good thing I gave her that serum earlier. Playing as Ethan again now, Mia gives me a tissue sample of Evelyn and sends me on my way to kill the little bitch. I make my way through an abandoned salt mine and catch a radio transmission of someone coming to my aid. So let's get ready for the last big fight in the game. I find a secret lab in the salt mine, and with the help of Evelyn's tissue sample, I'm able to cook up a toxin for her. The game comes full circle as I arrive back at the guest house from the beginning and give little Evie her shot. Oh, look at that! The old hack that has been popping up every now and then in the past was actually her. What a surprise. But how did she age into a frail old woman in just 3 years? Plot magic, I guess. Evelyn doesn't die right away, but turns into whatever the fuck this is.
Oh my god, what the fuck is that, bro?
The nightmare finally ends as I kill the little bitch, and these guys show up to save me.
I'm Redfield.
No, you're not. You don't look like Chris Redfield at all. Mia and I are saved, and everything is lovely once again. But the game does throw me one last curveball. The guys saving us are working for Umbrella. Wait, what? I thought Umbrella was gone. What is going on? Maybe the game's DLC can answer those questions. Let's see. There is the banned footage DLC, comprised of 6 mini episodes. First, let's take a look at Jack's 55th birthday. This one is weird. It has Molded wearing funny hats, and I have to shoot them with confetti. And I have to bring Jack food to fill his hunger meter. Okay. Ethan Must Die reminds me a lot of the mercenary mode, except that you get randomized items and lose all your stuff once you die. But you can get your stuff back once you reach the spot you died at. A little bit like Dark Souls. Next up is Nightmare. It's pretty much a horde attack mode, having you try to survive for 5 in-game hours. It's fun, but I only made it to the 4th hour before rage quitting. There is the Bedroom DLC, a pretty cool escape room situation. There is the 21 game, some sort of Saw-esque take on blackjack. And last but not least, there is Daughters. I can play Zoe in that one. That's cool. And I get to see how Jack found Evelyn 3 years ago, and I get to witness the family's descent into madness.
I have to show her how to go. She wants us all to show her our love.
Daddy!
That's all fine and good, but none of those DLCs explains how Umbrella is back. Or why there is a guy trying to pass himself off as Chris Redfield. Oh wait, there are 2 more DLCs. Let's start with Not a Hero, the only free DLC in the bunch. This DLC picks up right after the end of the main game and puts us into the shoes of Chris Redfield. Or at least that's what he calls himself. He punches the Molded straight in the face and uses his hard-earned cash to buy steroids. I'm sorry I doubted him, but that really is Chris. I still don't know what's wrong with his face though. But why is he working for Umbrella? It turns out that sometime after Umbrella's downfall, some of their remaining innocent employees wanted to make amends for Umbrella's dastardly deeds. They formed a new company, Blue Umbrella, and dedicated themselves to fight bioweapons. Okay, that's at least something. And it turns out that Chris isn't really working for them. He's still working for the BSAA and is just brought in as a bioweapons expert. He still doesn't trust Blue Umbrella. Good for him. Anyhow, I am told that Lucas Baker is still on the run and hiding out in the salt mine Ethan went through earlier. And I finally learned the name of the company responsible for the E-Series bioweapons. The Connections. Oh, that name really sucks. I now make my way through the mine on the hunt for Lucas. Turns out that Lucas also kidnapped 4 of my fellow comrades, and at first it seems like I found 2 of them.
I got news for you.
What?
That's not gonna happen. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Now, you can try and take that off all you want, but I'd advise against. My hand might slip and...
Lucas!
No! Oops.
Yep, it was just a trap. On my rescue mission through the mine, I run into a new type of Molded. Those guys can regenerate. Seriously, fuck those guys. I do eventually find my missing comrades, but they don't feel so good.
Fuck! 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 Get this thing off of me! No!
I chase Lucas into another secret lab. It can't be a Resident Evil game without Chris stumbling into a secret lab, and learn that Lucas sold the Connections research to a yet another unnamed party. I kill the son of a bitch, just for him to mutate into this thing. Oh look! A big disgusting monster! And it has a small glowing weak spot. That's the Resident Evil I know and love. I take down Lucas, stop his data transfer to the unknown third party, and everything is lovely once again. Not quite. There is one more DLC we have to talk about. We still have to find out what happened to Zoe after I left her back in the main game. The end of Zoe DLC tells the story of Joe Baker, Jack's brother, as he's looking for his niece Zoe, who for some reason turned into an ice sculpture. Okay. Joe arrives just in time to find two umbrella guys trying to take away Zoe. He's having none of that and knocks the dude straight out. Back in his new hideout, Joe goes on to interrogate the umbrella soldier and learns that there is a cure for Zoe. Alright, now it's finally time to play the DLC myself. Joe has no firearms, so I'm stuck with his boxing skills. Thankfully, he knows how to kick ass. He punches molded straight in the face, rips off their heads, and regenerates health by eating insects. Remind me to never mess with him. I do eventually find a cure and give it to Zoe, but it turns out that the dose wasn't full and not enough to cure her. Well, shit. I can't ask my new umbrella buddy for more information as he's taken away, and I have to make a run for it as my hideout is set on fire.
Oh my god, this is some horror movie bullshit.
Great, I guess I have to find more serum then. I play with some alligators and run into the swamp thing. You smell that? I think that's a copyright claim cooking up. I get rid of the dude, but after getting my hands on the serum, he shows back up. Oh, let me tell you, this dude is a tough cookie.
That's how you get it done. Woo!
Oh look, he's back. Damn, that guy is just as annoying as Jack was. And now I have to chase after Zoe and the swamp thing and end up in a cemetery where I have to fight this guy.
He's fat!
Remember how I just told you that the swamp man is just as annoying as Jack? Well, turns out that he actually is Jack. Wait, how? I cured you, you son of a bitch! How are you back? Jack tries to Cain and Abel me, but I survive. Didn't you know? Kangaroos have 9 lives too. I pick up a radio transmission telling me that Jack attacked the Baker House umbrella base and start to make my way there. Oh sweet, I got a power glove. I love it. It's so bad. I duke it out with Jack one last time and finally get rid of him.
This is a farewell from the family, brother.
Zoe is saved, Chris and his crew shows up, and the game ends on a warm and cozy note.
Zoe. Zoe, are you there?
It's you. I don't believe it. You actually made it.
We both did.
You didn't forget about me.
I told you I'd send help, and I always keep my promises.
Thank you, Ethan.
And that was Resident Evil 7. A game with a great story and some really fun gameplay. But now that we talked about Resident Evil 7, there is only one more game we have to talk about. Can you guess what it is? Until then, thank you so much for watching. This is Roo signing off. Bye bye!